For anyone questioning the Caitlyn Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlyn to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
Everyone thinks they know the Caitlyn Clark story. The college phenom who broke every record in sight, the #1 pick who revived the WNBA, the golden girl of women's basketball. But what most people don't realize is that the real story isn't happening on the court. It's happening in boardrooms, marketing departments, and endorsement deals.
Higher than the NBA. So I was like, oh, what's she going to get paid? Because finally, you can get a real paycheck. And then I saw it and I was like, this can't be right. Because this is what it is. In the first year, Caitlyn Clark will earn $76,535.
Worth more than some NBA salaries, because Caitlyn Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's playing the entire game of modern sports business, and somehow, she's already winning. When Caitlyn entered the league, the world expected her to dominate in points. What nobody expected was how fast she'd dominate in dollars. Her official rookie salary, just $76,000. That's barely what some influencers make from a single sponsored Instagram post. But Caitlyn, she's earning millions before she even laces up her sneakers. $10 million in off-court income, more than most seasoned.
And I'm so happy for her to get the 28 flipping million
NBA players made in their first 3 seasons combined. While her teammates grind through practices and media days, Caitlyn is cashing 6-figure checks for half-hour appearances, flying across the country for brand deals that treat her like royalty. To the league, she's a rookie. To the business world, she's a global brand. And this is where things get wild. See, Caitlyn Clark didn't stumble into fame, she built it. Every shot she made in college was another brick in the empire she's constructing now. Nike reportedly offered her $28 million over 8 years, making her one of the highest paid female athletes in history. But here's the twist. Even with that massive deal, she still doesn't have her own signature shoe. That's right.
Caitlyn Clark's last WNBA playoff game had over 2.6 million viewers, and now we are seeing the ratings dip under 1 million views.
Nike gave her the bag, but hasn't unleashed the one product that could turn her name into a billion-dollar empire. Think about it. Jordan had Air Jordans. LeBron has his own line. Even Sabrina Ionescu just dropped hers. And yet, Caitlyn Clark, arguably the most marketable athlete on the planet right now, is waiting. Industry insiders are already calling it a missed opportunity. Because if Nike doesn't act soon, someone else will. Wilson, the basketball giant, already moved first, signing her to a multi-year deal and giving her something only Michael Jordan ever had before her, a signature basketball collection. Let that sink in. The only other player in history to have a line like that with Wilson was MJ himself. That's not just a deal, that's a coronation. But the real genius of Caitlyn Clark isn't her jump shot, it's her strategy. When Ice Cube's Big Three League came calling with a $10 million offer, most rookies would have said yes before the ink was dry. Not Caitlyn, she turned it down. $1 million a month payday just wasn't worth the trade-off. Because for her, the WNBA isn't just about basketball, it's about positioning, visibility, legacy. She saw what others didn't. A short-term paycheck fades fast, but long-term respect builds empires. And that move alone proved she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Behind the scenes, brands are in a bidding war for her attention. State Farm, Gatorade, and Wilson have all locked her in. Every appearance, every commercial, every sponsored post is pure gold. She's reportedly charging $100,000 for a 30-minute virtual talk, double that for live appearances, and she still can't keep up with demand. Companies aren't just hiring her, they're fighting over her. Because Caitlyn doesn't just sell products, she sells belief. She makes people feel like they're part of something big.
Smith has said that the league is going to lose about $50 million. Is there a scenario that you will try to raise more money right now?
Probably not. We probably don't need to raise capital like we did back in when I came in 2020.
Bigger. And that belief is powerful. Her WNBA debut shattered viewership records, pulling in millions of eyes that had never tuned into a women's basketball game before. Her presence single-handedly boosted ticket sales, jersey sales, and merchandise across the league. Some say she's carrying the WNBA on her back. Others say say she's doing what the league couldn't do in decades, making people care. And yet, not everyone's thrilled about it, because when one player becomes bigger than the league itself, tensions rise. Some insiders whisper that the WNBA doesn't quite know what to do with Caitlyn Clark. She's too popular to control, too valuable to risk, and too influential to ignore. And that's where the story turns from inspiring to strategic. Caitlyn is rewriting the rulebook of how athletes handle fame. She's not relying on the league to build her career, she's building it herself. Every post on social media, every subtle partnership, every brand decision, it's all...
We look at player salaries, people wonder, why are NBA player salaries 100 times higher than WNBA salaries? Because the TV money was 100 times higher in the NBA than it was...
part of a bigger plan. Her social media following isn't just a fan base, it's a monetized ecosystem. Millions of followers. Each interaction another dollar in the empire. She's mastering the art of influence faster than most influencers ever did. But behind the smile, there's a quiet tension. For all her success, Caitlyn knows the spotlight is double-edged. Every move she makes is dissected, every word she says analyzed. Some critics accuse her of overshadowing her peers. Others say the media is obsessed with her for reasons that have nothing to do with basketball. But Caitlyn, she doesn't engage. She doesn't respond. She lets her work and her bank account speak for itself. And that silence is its own power move.
Magic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence.
Meanwhile,
However,
Nike's hesitation with her signature shoe has fans confused and analysts worried, because the numbers don't lie. Every time she steps on the court, millions tune in. Every product tied to her sells out. Kids are wearing her jerseys, not just in Iowa or Indiana, but globally. She's transcended the sport. She's a movement. Yet somehow, the company built on athletic icons seems slow to realize it. One insider even said, it's like they're sitting on a gold mine and refusing to dig. The potential is massive. One Caitlyn Clark signature shoe could easily generate hundreds of millions in revenue, and more importantly, solidify her as a true cultural icon. But for now, that chapter's still unwritten. And while brands play catch-up, Caitlyn keeps moving forward. She's not chasing quick deals or viral fame. She's building something sustainable. She knows her career won't last forever.
Like, whatever really happens with Caitlyn Clark, I would say her big thing is to be ready for the WNBA season. And people are like, why? She's only making $70,000 in the WNBA. What is the point of her worrying about that league rather than trying to push for other leagues and other ways of making more money? Because the WNBA is what's getting the most out.
But her brand can. That's why she's aligning with companies that reflect longevity, trust, consistency, legacy. She's not here for the 15-minute fame cycle. She's here for the long game. Her choices have already reshaped how leagues think about player value. Because Caitlyn Clark proved something most executives didn't want to admit. The WNBA doesn't need to mimic the NBA to succeed. It just needs players like her, authentic, marketable, and fearless. She made the WNBA cool again. She made young girls believe they could not only play the game, but own it. And that impact, the cultural one, is priceless. But there's still one big question hanging in the air. What happens next? When her signature shoe finally drops, when her next deal hits the headlines, when her next viral moment explodes, what does that mean for the future of women's sports? Because the truth is, Caitlyn Clark isn't just an athlete anymore, she's a prototype.
It has also been reported that Unrivaled 3-on-3 League offered Caitlyn Clark significant equity in the league and a salary that is over $1 million. So this is the first time that we've heard of any money being thrown at her. We've heard that it would be a major deal, it would be a similar setup as to what
First of a new kind of player, one who doesn't wait for validation, one who understands that fame and business are the same court. And if you think she's peaked, think again. She's only 22. Her ceiling doesn't exist yet. Every deal, every highlight, every headline, it's another step towards something bigger. The traditional model of sports stardom is collapsing right in front of us. And Caitlyn Clark is the reason why. She's not chasing a championship ring. She's building a crown crown. So the next time someone says she's just a rookie, remember this: that rookie just flipped the entire sports marketing world upside down. That rookie made billion-dollar brands rethink their strategy. That rookie turned a $76,000 salary into a $10 million empire, and she's only getting started. Caitlyn Clark didn't just change the game, she changed the business behind it. She proved that visibility is the new victory.
So a lot of people are saying, oh, why is Caitlyn Clark like, she should play in Unrivaled, she's making like $1 million. She should play in X, Y, and Z league, she should make some money doing that, or, you know, Caitlyn Clark can do
victory. Influence is the new income, and branding is the new scoreboard. And in that game, she's already miles ahead. The question now isn't whether Caitlyn Clark can handle the pressure. The question is, can everyone else handle her success? Because from where she's standing, the only direction left to go is up.